If you're here with us, man, thank you for joining us. All my new subscriber, thank you for subscribing. And welcome to another edition of Against the Odds, where we try to bring you great content every week, Monday through Friday. Normally on the weekends I take off, right? As I said, if you haven't done so already, as you come in, like the video, subscribe. Don't be afraid to leave a comment, help the algorithm grow. Coming off a really profitable week. If you guys was here with us, we actually went 27-2 for all of our picks during the 4-day course. That would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, as I said, if you're not following, you need to be following. You feel me? To start out tonight, it's 4 games on. Not trying to force anything, so just trying to look for quality plays that can actually get us a win. First game I'm gonna start with the New York Knicks versus the Boston Celtics. On that one, the spread is all the way up to 8.5, 9.5, depends on your sports betting book. No problem with that, right? We're gonna try to find ourselves a solution. Now, if you want to take Boston straight up, because I'm going with the Boston to actually get the job done, right? So, but if you want to take the Boston by the spread, I would kind of alter that a little bit because the New York Knicks, they are good at covering spread as well. Even though they played yesterday, coming off a win versus the Charlotte Hornets, and they actually did beat them up pretty handily, 129-107 on that one. Boston last game they actually played the Raptors, 117-194 victory for them. So both teams feeling good. The only difference is that Boston have the rest advantage. And also that, we're going to keep talking about them, Drew Holiday and Porzingis. With the addition of those guys, it's actually an upgrade over Malcolm Brogdon and Marcus Smart, right? Now, in that one, I see that the Boston game is pretty high in terms of if you don't want to take a -4, -2 something, -3 something. I understand that. As I just mentioned, Porzingis, we're going to target him tonight. In terms of rebounds, on the line they have him at 7.5 rebounds, over or under. I'm taking his under. Reason being that all the games they have played so far, about 9 games so far, right? He actually only went over his first 2 games, and one of those games was against the New York Knicks. The only problem with that is that New York Knicks actually allow the fewest rebounds to centers, which Porzingis will be playing some of tonight. Simply mean that guys like Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, between them alone, right, they average about 22 points between them. I think Mitchell Robinson averaged about 12 rebounds, I should say, on the season, and Julius Randle is averaging a little bit above 10. So those 2 guys alone averages 22 rebounds, and it's not like Porzingis is the only person on the team trying to get rebounds. So Porzingis under 7.5 rebounds. I like that. As I said before, first 2 games he went over. All the other games so far, all other 7 games, he have actually went under. He have come close, 7 rebounds, but he actually failed to get over that 7.5. So I like that for a good price with the Boston money line. Or if you want to do, take the spread down a little bit, that's up to you. But I feel as though that's actually a good play to actually get that price down. So my next game I'm gonna be looking at. As I said, I'm not trying to force anything tonight. It's not too many games on, so we're just trying to pick our spots and see if we can get a couple of wins going on to start off the week. Now, this I will say is probably my favorite bet on the board, right? So you got the Washington Wizards taking on the Toronto Raptors. Not my favorite bet because I like either team, they're my favorite team or anything like that. The thing is, the Washington Wizards, no matter how you put it, bro, they stink. They stink. We cannot lay money with Washington Wizards until something dramatically happen where they get some new players or they go on a win streak, and then we can start backing them in certain spots, right? They're coming off a loss yesterday to the Brooklyn Nets, and now they're going up against Toronto Raptors with Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, sometimes butcher their name because it can be hard to get sometimes. But they have a lot of defenses over there, including OG Anunoby. A lot of guys that can play stretch, so basically they can hit threes, they can hit mid-range, decent free throw shooters, and also they play good wing defense and also rim protection, right? So in that one, as I said, I'm not betting any price. I'm not laying any, not even the spread. It can happen, but I'm not doing it. Both these games I'm talking about could potentially be in a blowout, right? Because Boston, I don't believe that they're going to be able, not willing to take their foot off the gas. They're trying to get a couple more wins underneath their belt, and they have the pieces to do so. So that game could potentially be a blowout game as well. Same thing with the Raptors game. More likely, if anything, to be a blowout game. The Wizards versus the Raptors more likely to be a blowout game. But in each of those games, I'm taking their money line with a player prop to actually reduce the price, and then we're gonna see where we go from there, right? So in that one, I'm gonna take Scotty Barnes, right? To mention him, Scotty Barnes is one of the people I'm going to be targeting from the Toronto Raptors tonight because, as we can see, been doing a wonderful job rebounding the ball. One of the surprise individuals that I would say that I wouldn't get up on a typical day and say, you know what, I'm gonna bet Scotty Barnes for a double-double. But if you actually pay attention to what he has been doing, he actually been getting a double-double in quite a few games, right? And one of the things I'm going to look at, because his points have been shaky. We have a few games where he went off, did really well in terms of scoring 20-plus points, stuff like that. And then we see in a few games where he only scored 14 points. So, you're not sure what you're going to get from him on a nightly basis. And I believe his last game he only had 10 points. So definitely on the points, not really sure, right? But somewhere where I can trust him at is his actual rebounds, as I said, because he had been getting double-digit rebounds in damn near all these games, right? And if he haven't gotten a double-double, the least amount of rebounds he have actually collected is 8 per night. That's the least rebounds he have actually got. So for the Toronto Raptors, if you don't want to take the money line just straight up, or you're not sure how many points they're going to win by, I would say the Toronto Raptors money line with Scotty Barnes anywhere between 6 to 10 rebounds. I'm going to let you take your poise where you want to go with that one, right? One of the games I see is you got the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Sacramento Kings. Now I have one play from that, which this play is a little bit more on the, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be real iffy if they want to actually go with that, right? But if you just want to bet this, you can do it for fun, right? You can just bet this on a single bet slip just by itself, and see how it comes out, right? But I'm looking at Darius Garland over 3.5 turnovers. Didn't say rebounds, didn't say assists, didn't say points. Nah, for real. I did say over 3.5 turnovers because I haven't noticed, but I was going through, I was looking. He have actually gone over every game they have played this season. He's actually gotten more than 4 turnovers, which is a surprise to me, my damn self, right? So I actually do like that game, right? And all 4 games that they played against Sacramento, head-to-head matches dating back to last season, he have gone actually over that. He have actually gotten more than 4 turnovers. Whether that's just making bad passes or, somebody taking the ball from him, whatever the case may be. It could even be where he bouncing that shit off his leg. Doesn't matter, right? And that is only a minus 135. So that's actually not a bad play right there in terms of the price. Darius Garland over 3.5 turnovers. And yes, he do play for the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? My last play that I have is going to be the Milwaukee Bucks. They're taking on the Chicago Bulls. Chicago yesterday coming off a win. And Milwaukee, we're not sure what you can get from them on a nightly basis because I guess they still trying to get acclimated with, with the new acquisition of Damian Lillard, right? So everybody over there, they're trying to get used to, see where they need to be, trying to develop their chemistry or whatever the case may be. But one thing you can look at, right? Milwaukee so far have been disappointing on the road. But when they play at home, they do a little better, if you get what I'm saying. So, for example, Giannis tends to shoot a little better at home, which a lot of players do. But looking at what he have done the last 2 games, even coming off a 54-point game or something like that, right? So he have been going out there scoring, and they depends on what sports betting book you have. They still have his line at over under 28.5 points, right? I do support Giannis to go over that as well. But if not, for a safety play, I would just take him for 25 plus with the Milwaukee Bucks to win, and I think that's a good combination, because if there's ever a game in which they should beat somebody, this is it, right? You can't fuck around, because outside from Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, it's not too many people over there that, mind you, Caruso for the Chicago Bulls is not getting as much minute as he deserves. He's one of their better defenders, right? Getting traded from the Lakers to over there, and they actually do love him on the Lakers because of his defensive prowess. So you got to play people to actually let them feel good. And outside of that, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, you're not sure what you're gonna get from those guys. So on the Buck side, right, they have enough offensive weapon to outscore them, and that's all you need in basketball. You don't need them to win by 35, right? You just got to have more points. So it said Giannis in the Milwaukee Bucks game, if you want to take his points, I do support that over 28.5. Also, with a Bucks win, that gets you at a decent price at about 120, 125. But if you want to take Giannis just for 25 points with Milwaukee to win, that's actually a minus 150 on that one. Darius Garland from the Cleveland Cavaliers over 3.5 turnovers, minus 135 on that one. Christopher Porzingis from the Boston Celtics, we're going to take his under 7.5 rebounds. As I said, that's probably one of my favorite play on the board as well, knowing that the New York Knicks give up the fewest amount of rebounds to centers, right? And that one right there, I actually do like Boston to win. I don't know how much points they're going to actually win by, but I'm going to have that on my personal ticket, right? Christopher Porzingis on the 7.5 rebounds with the Boston Celtics to win. Good price on that one as well. And the last play, as I said, well, the first play I started with was Toronto Raptors to beat the Washington Wizards. They pretty much suck, bro. I'm saying, I'm not trying to use too many foul language, but Jordan Poole is not doing anything to help the Wizard. And as much as Kyle Kuzma can do, it is definitely not enough. They're not playing with any life. Nobody believe in what they got going on. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of them get traded before the trade deadline on that one, right? That's all I have for you guys tonight. It's not too many picks, not forcing anything, just trying to get the best value as always. If you haven't done so already, like, subscribe. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, trying to start the week off on a strong, positive note, right? Good luck to you. Better luck to me.